This segment of the news is brought to you by Desert View Hospital, providing emergency medical care around the clock at 360 South Lola Lane. Learn more at desertviewhospital.com. Physicians are not employees or agents of this hospital. News is also brought to you by Smitty's Cards and Coins. Would you like to know what your collectibles are worth? Come by 2281 Postal Road, Unit 4, across from the post office.
Welcome back to News 46. Well, the Dow Jones has taken a dive. Angela Miles tells us more about that in today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news, bracing for a stock market crash. 30 years ago, on October 19th of 1987, the Dow plunged nearly 23%. It's forever known as Black Monday. Now, with Monday just ahead, traders have some crash concerns, especially since the Dow Jones Industrial Average has been on a rocket ride since the last presidential election. But even if the stock market plummets Monday, clearly the odds are in the favor of a comeback, with the Dow now trading in record territory. Alibaba just launched a high-flying IPO. It's a Chinese fintech called Qdian. Shares spiked nearly 40% during Wednesday's trading session after shares priced in at $24. The company is backed by Baba and is focused on short-term microloans through an app for young workers in China who want extra cash for high-priced clothes or concert tickets.
Millions of people dropped to the ground and crouched under their desks today as part of the world's largest earthquake drill. The Great Shakeout is an annual earthquake drill started in California. About 21 million people practiced what to do if a quake actually strikes. Pahrump Health and Rehab on Black Road took part in the event in cooperation with local emergency personnel.
We participated in the Great Shakeout, which is a earthquake disaster drill.
And you guys also had a fire here.
We did. Oftentimes in an earthquake, other disasters may happen. So after the earthquake, we had a simulated fire drill. So we had employees, some participated and acted as employees as they would in a drill, and some acted as if they were residents.
Did you pick a location where the fire started after the simulated earthquake?
We did. It was originally supposed to be in the laundry room. However, that didn't work out. So we had Plan B, which ended up being me, in the 500 hall TV room.
So you were the actual fire?
I was.
How'd that work out?
It confused staff a little bit, but luckily I didn't get sprayed.
So what kind of things do you go through with this drill? I'm sure that there is quite an undertaking getting residents out of bed in their chairs. Is that something that you have to practice?
We do. We do actually practice fire drills on a monthly basis. However, this type of drill that involved community agencies such as Nye County Emergency Management, our fire department, the sheriff's office, and Desert Utilities, that was a big undertaking, and so that actually involved some preparation and some planning meetings.
What part did they take in that? Because I saw that we had Lieutenant Moody here on scene. We also had a sheriff's office deputy here and Nye County Emergency Management Director Vance Payne.
Vance Payne came to some planning meetings and helped give some feedback and suggestions on how we should perform our drill. The others actually just came today, and they will be critiquing us and giving us some evaluation and suggestions on how we can improve should an actual emergency occur.
Nye County Sheriff's Deputy Cody Fowles was out here, and he kind of just watched out, make sure that things are going smoothly.
He did. In an actual emergency, he would be helping coordinate any services that would be necessary if we needed any emergency transportation or other services.
Did you guys learn some new information by working with the other agencies?
We did. We just have a better understanding on what their roles would be in an emergency and what services, for example, school buses maybe that would come and aid us in an emergency, better access to emergency services should we need them. But I think it's a good eye-opener. One of the things that we'll be doing after this is meeting again with these agencies, going over the evaluations and also going over the evaluations from staff so we can get their feedback and see how we can improve, taking their suggestions and seeing, implementing them in future drills, learning from this. That's the whole point. So.
Now, here are some facts about Nevada's seismic activity. Did you know that we've had 10 earthquakes in the past 24 hours, 47 earthquakes in the past 7 days, 235 earthquakes in the past 30 days, and more than 2,900 earthquakes in the past year, measuring 1.5 or higher. The largest quake we've had recently was in Hawthorne, which is very active seismically. There have been quakes measuring 5.5 or 5.7 in that area since late December of last year. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue Services have decided to lift the annual burn moratorium. Residents can obtain a burn permit beginning November 1st from Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue Services to burn waste vegetation. The burn moratorium will be lifted at 8 a.m. on November 1st and will continue until further notice, which is usually in late spring or early summer. The Silver State makes some advances that's helping curb wildfires. Now here's Deanna with your News Across Nevada.